Hello everybody and welcome to another exciting edition of IV University where you can get your PVF degree for free. That coveted PVF degree, by the way, absolutely free. Today's episode is brought to you by ivalco.com, where you can have access to over 25,000 line items, including Olets, which we will be discussing today. And you can get all these items with speedability, which is in stock, error-free will call or delivery in 2 hours or less. All right, gang, today we're going to talk about these bad boys right here, the Olet. Olets are actually a very economical branch connector that are designed for stress connections and also provide an integral reinforcement. There are over 8 different classes of Olets, but for today we're going to just talk about these 5. And they're actually manufactured by Bonney Forge. And since we'll be using the Bonney Olets, we'll call them by their registered Bonney Forge names. All right, and Bonney has actually made this quite easy for us. The threaded Olet is the thredolet, the socket weld sockolet, and the, of course, weldolet. We're also going to talk about the elbolet and the laterolet. But they make it very easy to understand which goes where. The advantage of using a weldolet fitting as opposed to using a stub-in connection is that the connection is considered by ASME 100% pipe strength. In other words, weldolets are designed so that their actual bursting strength, when installed as recommended, exceeds the computed bursting strength of the pipe. Another advantage is the cost installation. There are only 2 welds as opposed to 3 or more on the branch connections. Moving from the weldolet to the thredolet basically has the exact same configuration, as you can see here, as the weldolet. The difference is in the branch connection being threaded. Now, if you look closely, you can see the difference there. The thredolet also comes in a 3,000 and 6,000 pound class. As you can see as I put it on the pipe, how this would then connect to the threaded pipe coming out of the run of the previous pipe. I'm using a 180-degree bend instead of a straight pipe so it will stay without moving too much as I demonstrate this. This would not usually be a time when you would use this kind of Olet connection. As we move from the thredolet to the sockolet, you can tell again that they have the exact same configuration, but a different branch connection. The sockolets are available in 3,000, 6,000, and also 9,000 pound classes. Again, you can see how the connector works, this time for the sockolet. The outlet branch, of course, is being a socket weld for this connector. So that's the main 3 that you're going to look at, but we're going to also talk about the laterolet. The laterolet is actually a lateral degree, a 45-degree lateral connector. And it's used when you have very specific reinforcement requirements. That's a mouthful. Specific reinforcement requirements. There you go. Got it. Nailed it. This one here is a threaded. They are similar to the other outlets we just discussed, however, this time done at a 45-degree angle. And like the other Olets, they can be done with threaded, socket weld, or butt weld ends. Laterolets are available in 3,000 or 6,000 pound classes. The elbolet is actually perfect for this 180 bend. Elbolets are actually used for 90 or 180 bends. So this will be perfect to demonstrate on this 180 bend. Elbolets are used on 90-degree long radius elbows. They can be manufactured for short radius elbows, also for thermowell and instrumentation connections. They are available in 3,000 or 6,000 pound classes. These elbolets are also available in threaded, socket weld, and butt weld connections. With this connection, of course, being the threaded branch connection. All right, and that brings us to today's Did You Know?
Industrial Valco presents Did You Know?
So you've learned about the term Olets today, but do you know about the term Olet? Did you know the term Olet, which is yelled from the stands at a bullfight, does not actually have a meaning? It is more or less a Spanish derivative to the term bravo, or a way to let the person performing know that you approve of their performance. And for that reason, I say Ole to Olets. Let's do a quick review. An Olet is a very economical branch connection, is designed to minimize stress concentrations and provide integral reinforcement. The branch connections usually end with a welded, socket welded version or a threaded end. Olets can also come in a 45-degree lateral or made to fit on a 90-degree long radius elbow. When ordering, be sure to differentiate the run size of the pipe it will be used on and the new branch connection size. Most Olets will come in 3,000, 6,000, and 9,000 pressure classes. And that's a review. Now let's do a quick viewer email. Today's email is from D. Jeter, Yankee Supply in Manhattan, New York. He says, Professor Jim, you are so talented. Do you teach about things other than PVF? Thanks, D. Jeter, for that question. You know, I actually also teach a little bit about baseball. I'm a pretty good baseball player, although PVF is my life. And there's two things I could teach you about hitting a baseball. Number one, keep your eye on the ball. Number two, use a lot of pine tar. But you can see, you keep your eye on the ball, it's just a perfect, nice swing. Keep the eye on the ball, pop it right through. Now in this case, I don't actually have the pine tar, but I don't think it's that big of a deal since I'm just kind of doing a demonstration. Yeah, so like I said, pine tar is very, very important to being a good hitter. All right, that's it. You've learned everything about Olets. Have a great day, everybody.